Hello guys, welcome back to Writer's Tales, The Last Adventurers. This is number 41, this is Bring the Jubilee. We're in London, 1977, so this is during the Queen's Silver Jubilee. There's a silver spear looking around, the street parties and the actual parade going on. A large silver spear just looming around in the sky just above London. Then it adopts the Queen. The protagonist must team up with a unit, comprising of course with Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart, Regimental Sergeant John Benton. No Captain Mike Gates, because he sort of left at this point. Disappeared, sort of left. You have the Sergeant Tom Osgood as well, but you've also got Colonel Greaves, who is sort of new to this, of course. Well, the first time I actually ever mentioned him, actually. Colonel Greaves. Then afterwards, hilarity ensues, with also the punk generation as well being involved, causing massive riots, and also just like everyone just goes into a sheer amount of panic, and then just goes, really, you know. It goes AWOL, of course. Then the protagonists all find a way and chase the spear, end up getting, taken into, team to your leader, get abducted, whatever, and actually come across the Master again, who in actual fact is working with this society, who is actually who trying to find a ruler for them, sort of like this a new to take on the planet or something like that. It's called Tarnagene. It's called, but Tarnagene is just this society they're known as. Really, it's not a planet's name. It's not a race name either. It's just like some weird society that they call themselves. And the Masters somehow befuddlingly help them, of course, into London and just adopt the Queen. Do you think she'll probably do, really, rather than just go for some extremely like a powerful dictator or anything like that? Goes for the Queen, which is a bit strange. So they basically just use her as she's, but again, more like a leader figure. She's not tortured or anything like that. And basically, there's one, the protagonists and unit who have basically went up in the adoption, of course, is trying to take down the Master, rescue the Queen, and just bring her back to safety, really, at this point. That's really about it with Bring the Jubilee. So, let's see where this comes from. So, this is originally called Jubilee Days. I just called it Jubilee Days as a title. Then I changed it to Bring the Jubilee, which is based on a painting by Tim White, which I got in a book, which I have a book of it somewhere, that includes the same painting. So, for ideal choice. It's heavily, obviously this is heavily, well, it's heavily based on No Future by Paul Cornell, because it deals with, the Doctor landing during the whole punk movement. I thought, interesting, because I grew up with punk music as a kid, really, so that's sort of ideal, very ideal. And I thought, yes, finally, it's something at least that'll be interesting. I haven't got around to reading No Future yet, but I might do eventually at some point once I get my book, try and find out where it is. Know where it is, but I just need to get close to it eventually and get the box somewhere. But it did inspire me just to really inspire to do this whole thing. The idea of the Queen's Silver Jubilee, of course, very sort of, because you look at like history of the Sex Pistols, of course, they sort of a boat party doing celebrations and cause a bit of a riot, of course, with the whole police and stuff. And yeah, so it does get referenced. The Sex Pistols boat party does get referenced in the story. Pretty interesting. So yeah, it says that sort of thing. It's just like a probably like a weird some alien abduction story, mixed in with punks, and the punk movement do look at the protagonists and think, we'll join you, we'll join this revolution, save the Queen, just out of interest, really. They don't have very much as like let's kill the Queen, of course. They just end up assisting them, really, just trying to take down the Master and everything else, and also just try and get rid of this spear that's flying around London. Fair enough. Yeah, I thought it would just be interesting, really, to do something like this, really. Again, it's a bit of an interesting idea, but here we go. So, Bring the Jubilee. There you go. Thank you guys for watching. As always, see you for the next video, and goodbye.